Good morning, players. I don't know if y'all saw that Ted Cruz massacre last night, but baby, when I tell you it was a slaughterhouse, it was a slaughterhouse at the debate between Colin Allred and Ted Cruz. Baby, Colin said that Ted Cruz was literally hiding in the supply closet on January 6th, and Ted Cruz couldn't even deny it, honey. He couldn't deny it. He was fucking hiding because he was scared as shit. Also, the only thing that Ted Cruz did all night was slob and spit and yell all over the place while Colin Allred was nice nastily telling him off. Baby, it was great. Y'all go ahead and grab your tea and have a seat. Let's roll some of these clips. So as we all know, honey, Ted Cruz is up for re-election. He's been in the Senate for 12 years and he's delivered absolutely nothing to the people of Texas in these past 12 years. And he proved that last night at the debate. The only thing that he's done is embarrass Texas and also enriched himself by selling books in this stupid podcast that he had. He's running against Colin Allred, who's a member of the House of Representatives. He has proven that he supports women's rights. He also supports voting rights, and he also supported that bipartisan border bill that Ted Cruz helped shoot down because Frumpy Dump told him to. So last night, Ted Cruz refused to answer whether he supports exceptions to the abortion ban in Texas. And I want y'all to watch these clips, and I'll see you on the other side.
Speak to Kate Cox, who's watching right now, and explain to her why you said that this law that you said is perfectly reasonable, why she was forced to leave her 2 children behind and flee our state to get the care that she needed. Or look into the camera and talk to Amanda Zarowski, who's watching right now, and explain to her why it's perfectly reasonable that because she had a complication in her pregnancy and was denied care so long that she may never be able to have children of her own. Or to the 26,000 Texas women who've been forced to give birth to their rapist child under this law that you called perfectly reasonable. It's not. This is not freedom. I trust Texas women to make their own healthcare decisions. You know, Allie and I have had 2 baby boys here in Dallas in the last 5 years. You're scared the entire time. You don't know what they're gonna say. But I can't imagine if the doctor would come in, said there's a problem with the baby or a problem with Allie, but there's nothing I can do because Ted Cruz thinks he knows better.
Is this an issue you want to address about saying whether you support or oppose exceptions like
Jason,
rape
I'm curious. Why do you keep asking me that? But yet, hold on a second.
I've asked Congressman Allred twice about his voting record and the fact that he voted to strike down Texas's
You're not pro-life. It's not pro-life to deny women care so long that they can't have children anymore. It's not pro-life to force a victim of rape to carry their rapist baby. It's not pro-life that our maternal mortality rate has skyrocketed up by 56%. That's not pro-life. Senator Cruz treats our border communities like he's going on some kind of a safari. He comes down, he puts on his outdoor clothes, he tries to look tough, and he goes back to Washington and does nothing to help. In fact, he does worse than nothing. When the toughest border security bill in a generation came up in the United States Senate, $20 billion for border security, he said, we don't need a border bill. That's what he said. I have to say, you can't be for the mob on January 6th and for the officers. You can't. And it's not funny. Because you're a threat to democracy.
Sure.
I was on the House floor when we went through the votes. I remember when you objected to the results in Arizona. Y'all at home might remember where you were on January 6th, what you were doing. I know where I was, and I know where he was. I remember when they told us to reach under our seats for these gas masks. I didn't know we had, because they had deployed tear gas in the rotunda. The officers locked all the doors. We barred the doors the president walks through to deliver the State of the Union with furniture that we usually use to hold paper. And I texted my wife, Allie, who was 7 months pregnant with our son, Cameron, and at home with our son, Jordan, who wasn't yet 2. Whatever happens, I love you. And I took off my suit jacket, and I was prepared to defend the House floor from the mob. At the same time, after he'd gone around the country lying about the election, after he'd been the architect of the attempt to overthrow that election, when that mob came, Senator Cruz was hiding in a supply closet. And that's okay. I don't want him to get hurt by the mob. I really don't. This election is his accountability. You cannot just be patriotic when your side wins.
Players, not the supply closet where they keep the brooms in. I declare, honey, what a disgrace, baby. It was a slaughter. You can't tell me anything otherwise. Colin Allred really delivered his messaging last night. Ted Cruz fell flat once again because he was yelling and just aggressive and all of those things. And in my opinion, somebody that has to do something like that, they have a whole lot to hide. Ted Cruz has not done what he needed to do for Texans. You guys need to vote for Colin Allred where you can see some change and actually get some results. Players, put your thoughts in the comments. This is Double D Mother reporting for the Black Accurate News.